that I want to talk about is what we think our expectations are for this defense, or what do you think would be a successful or expectations success, or what would be an expectation for a successful defense? Like, do you have any like numbers or a certain number of turnovers that you would like to see, or sacks, something like that?
Mm, no, I don't really. I think just the main thing is we just need to continue building up on our reputation. I mean, Iowa State continues to be a top defense of the Big 12. I think if they get into like the top five or top three units as a whole, especially in this expanded Big 12, I think
Yes.
that's going to be just done pretty well. Now, we forgot to mention the big hole I think is going to be needed to be filled is the departure of TJ Tampa, because he obviously was
Yeah.
the quintessential piece on that Iowa State defense. Like nobody would throw in that direction. So basically, it was just TJ would just lock down your number one defender, like your number one wide receiver, and you had to plan that out. And rarely did TJ Tampa ever get beat by a receiver.
He was so good because he played receiver before this. So basically, he would just run your route, and then if he did, he'd pick it off. So like,
Mhm.
that's like the key. That's like the best thing of, or the best trait of being a former wide receiver in the corner. It's like, okay, you know what? I know I've ran all these routes before. I know what this guy is gonna run. So you can run their route, and then that will cause a mismatch, and
Mhm.
then you can beat the quarterback into throwing an interception. I do think with Miles Purchase will step up naturally and become a better corner. I do think that John Tess Williams still has a much higher upside. Um,
Mhm.
for me, um, just the question I asked earlier, I think a key for us is to stay near the top of the conference in run defense. Run defense is definitely one of our strengths. And of course, as you saw last year, like for the first time in a minute, we forced tons of turnovers. We were a lot more um, risky in trying to get turnovers. So I like us forcing turnovers. I think if we get maybe like at least about the same amount of interceptions and fumbles, I think that would be a really good season. And I think what takes this defense to another level, if we can consistently get pressure, I think that will be the key for us. Just getting this defense to a higher level, up there with some of the elite of the elite, will take us to another level, and we'll maybe, like we said, we'll have the season that we are dreamed of here at Iowa State.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the big thing. That's my biggest thing because I'm a defensive nut. Like I love when
Mm-hmm.
defense does well, and it basically can like turn the tide of a game.
Oh
Like
yeah,
either yeah, like one interception, sack here, there, or even a fumble recovery can be the start of getting like not only the team rejuvenated, but also you can get the crowd going, especially if it's a home game. It's really tight, and you make a defensive play, a big defensive play, then it basically just it boosts your confidence as a defense because you know you can play up to not only like the expectations of those like around the area of the fan base, but also the expectations of the your teammates, your coaches, and even yourself.
right. No, I completely agree, Cody. And just like not just like defensively, offensively, they'll give you extra possessions. The team out east is famous for doing this. Is putting their offense in the situations of short fields and them to be able to create points out of that. Just being able to get extra possessions is crucial in today's game with like these offensive that score almost 40 points a game. Like
Yeah.
you gotta be able to slow teams down. I do
Mhm.
think, as a whole in the Big 12, I think a lot of the